us to have a little bit of fun while we're on the one. I gotta do something right now before it's done. Gotta make sure I take care of my biz. Y'all know really what time it is. Yeah. Tonight we gonna have a lot of fun because I gotta do this thing. 752, not the one. Hold on a second. So while we break, I'm going to do this thing. For goodness sake, it's time to have this hip hop conversation. In a few years, I wouldn't have done a show like this, but I'm pissed. I'm tired of all the stuff that's going around. We got a lot to talk about, so why not do it now? I'm not scared. I'm really actually prepared. Going to go places with actually no one dead. And we're going to talk about it tonight because it's Friday. Yeah. And this is our day. Not mine, not yours. We take the tours. We gonna do this thing. I treat y'all like my boys. And if y'all wasn't really cool, I wouldn't do this thing. I don't talk to fools. That's what my granddad said, but what my mama said and my grandmama. And yeah, no drama. And don't be attracted to all the crazy stuff. Don't try to run around the streets acting like it's tough. But make sure everybody knows that you ain't no punk. You gotta do this thing. You're talking with spunk. I'm ready to have this hip hop conversation. I'm going to talk to you, and we do a whole hell of a lot, and I'm going to show y'all everything that I got from the knowledge from the pioneers. We got to talk about to the trail of tears, and I dare you to act like you don't know the history because you don't want to talk to me because they're the mysteries. I know a lot about my hip hop music. I've been doing this since I was a kid, and I never did a bid, and I don't respect nobody that doesn't really want to have to connect. Yo. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show. Let's have this hip hop conversation. I've been wanting to do this show for the longest, but I didn't really think people would be with it. But I said tonight we're gonna take a chance. Why not? We're gonna have this hip hop conversation. We're gonna talk about everything from the pioneers to the golden age, all the way up to the new school. Gangsta rap era, conscious rap era. The phone lines are open. It's going to be a good night tonight. I can't wait to get this thing started. I've been a fan of hip hop music since I was 9 years old. 1979, I was alive because I'm 54 right now. And I was old enough to already have enjoyed music. I've been buying albums since I was about 6 or 7 years old. I grew up in a house that always had music in it. My older sister was always listening to music and she was into the funk and all of that kind of stuff. And I really gravitated towards that. So when hip hop came out, it made perfect sense that I would hook on to that. And I'm here. I got there and I never left it. So I've been a hip hop junkie since basically the day I was born. So we're going to get into this thing. I'm so happy that my phone system wasn't acting crazy today because I was like, I really want people to be able to call in to talk about this show, and it goes for however you see it, however you feel it. I was like, this show has to have the phone lines open. We gotta be ready for that. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling tonight? How y'all feeling tonight on this post-Thanksgiving, on our way to the Christmas season, Black Friday? It's a Friday and black. We got crazy out there with shopping. Didn't know how to act. Actually, I didn't go, stayed in the crib. I know it's safe right here. This is where I live. What's going on, y'all? Gabriel, what's going on? How you feeling tonight? And hello, world. What up? Said, it ain't nothing like hip hop music. You like it because you choose it. A lot of sucker MCs misuse it. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta be from the golden age to know that. That's a Sonic. That Ghost Stetson 1 and 2. Christopher Namath. PP Popo Mega Doodoo. I got nothing for you. He also says, can you put your right arm in the air at a 45-degree angle? And I'm not reading that. All right, Emma Lynn Snow says, why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? Because it had no body to go with. Yo, I'm not mad at that. I like jokes. I like corny jokes. I like whatever kind of jokes you throw at me. I like that. Yo, matter of fact, if you got another one, hit me off. If you got another one, give you a cowbell. If you got another, give you a cowbell. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. All right, Lyman the realist, what up? It says J. Cole's my favorite. What up, Unc? J. Cole is your favorite, huh? Okay. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. So with J. Cole let me ask you this. If J. Cole is your favorite, because I don't know how old you are, but if J. Cole is your favorite, who was your original favorite? Who was your favorite before J. Cole? Because I think J. Cole is a good choice. I do. I think J. Cole is a good choice. He's a very, very good rapper, very, very versatile. You know, with the lyrics, I think he has good beat selection. He can run off a little bit with the conscious rhymes. You know what I mean? He doesn't paint himself into a corner. He's really, really just lyrical. You could tell the real hip hop babies out there. So I'm not mad at J. Cole being your favorite. I just want to know, who was your favorite before J. Cole? Who got the party started? Who got the party started in your hip hop journey? Abdur Rahman, Nas. Come on, man. Okay, so since we're going to have this hip hop conversation tonight, let me ask y'all, let's start this thing off right. Nas versus Jay-Z. Who's better? Who's better? And I have a follow-up question to that. Nas or Jay-Z? Now, I know that's not an easy question. And because they've had turmoil in the past, you know, they've had a highly publicized beef, a regional beef, you know, that King of New York thing. They threw shots at each other, went at each other hard. Nas or Jay-Z? Kim's wins, my Kimmy, what up? And she says Nas. I cannot be mad if you choose Nas. But then again, I can't be mad if you choose Jay. The thing is, whether you choose Nas or whether you choose Jay, you probably have a good reason for that, or a reason. See, a lot of people who may choose Jay may say Jay based on not only lyrics, but as far as beat selection, because Jay-Z made a lot more hits than Nas. But people might say that Nas is more lyrical. But there's an argument that Jay-Z is just as lyrical as Nas. So, you know, we can talk. Let's talk. So, all right, everybody. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of people are saying Nas. That's what's up. A lot of people are saying Nas. Okay. Kim Williams says, I came in at the right time for this. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, man. And Eli Rodriguez says, easy question. I'm surprised that you consider that to be an easy question. Because to me, that's not an easy question. To me, that's not an easy question. You know, because if you look at body of work, and if you look at record sales, and if you look at the impact that they've had on the hip hop community and pop culture as a whole, Jay-Z might win that easily. Honestly, Jay-Z might win that easily. And one of the reasons why he might win it easily is because Jay-Z had a whole record company. Now, you could say Nas had one too, but who did he put on? Who prospered? Who did well? Jay-Z gave birth to Beans, State Property. They actually put they got Dipset a little bit higher. I want to talk about Dipset too. I want to talk about Dipset for a minute. Not right now. We can get into it. We got 2 hours. Y'all. Y'all got to pack this thing in. But somewhere along the line, I want to talk about Dipset. Because I really wonder if Dipset had the kind of impact that people act like they did. You know, outside of New York, outside of the East Coast, was Dipset, was they really like that? Like, did people love Dipset like that? Because, you know, when you think about it, only the original Dipset members seem to have put a dent in the industry. Cam, Jim Jones, and Jewels. A little bit of Hell Rell, who was actually my favorite, and maybe a little bit of J.R. Ryder, maybe. Maybe. 40 cal? Maybe. But let's get back to the Jay-Z Nas thing. The Jay-Z Nas thing. Yeah. Jay-Z, Kanye West. That's a Jay-Z baby from The Rock. The Rock, Memphis Bleak, regardless of how you feel about him, made noise in the industry, had hits, bona fide. You know, so, like, there's a case. There's a strong case for Jay. And like I said, going back to that beat selection, Nas, as far as his albums are concerned, he fumbled a lot of beats. Like, for a while, it seemed like Nas was just taking any beat. Like, I'm such a great rapper, I can make any beat dope. Like a backpack rapper. Y'all know how backpack rappers do. All right, let me see. Kim says, Jay is more mainstream. He found a way to semi-crossover. I don't think he crossed over by going pop, though. One thing that I can give to Jay is kind of like the same thing I would give to DMX, although I respect DMX better for doing it. Like, DMX and Jay both crossed over by doing what they do. It's not like they had to try to make some dance records, or they tried to go techno, or they, had to do collaborations with other people in order to get themselves to be more visible. Jay kind of tried that. But one of the questions that I would like to ask y'all is, and because there's a lot of like Jay-Z, for what it's worth, he draws a lot of hate. A lot of it I think is deserved, and some of it is a little bit like, come on, man. Like, okay, I'm going to say this about Jay. I want to ask this about Jay. I want to ask this question, but I had to, get this thing right before I did it. All right. Do y'all think that Jay-Z would have became the Jay-Z that Jay-Z became if Biggie and Tupac would have lived? I hate to ask that question because I kind of already know how people go and rock it. But go ahead. Feast away. And if y'all want to call in, y'all can call into the show. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. Call 319-527-6199, and I get you right on the show. There's never a busy signal. We can conference people in. Yeah, when you call in, you will get talked to, and you won't get rushed off the phone. We don't rush you away. We definitely encourage you to stay. All right, so y'all saying nah. Abdur Rockman says no. Nah. El Toro Trading. Nah, no. Miraculous LOL channel says, can I send you $50? Sure, go ahead. You just push the super chat right there. You send me a super chat, I'm going to do something fly for you. Promise. Okay. El Rodriguez says, like Immortal Technique says, if you go platinum, it has nothing to do with luck. It just means a million people are stupid as fuck. That's kind of dope. Info Spot 411. What's good? Lyman the Realist says, that's a great question. My favorite before J.Cole has always been Tupac. Interesting. And I'm going to ask you a hard question. Abdur. If comparing Tupac's style, his lyrics, to J. Cole in a head-to-head battle, who would win between Tupac and J.Cole. Could Tupac take out J.Cole, or would J.Cole got a pen? I would not say that Tupac had a pen. He wrote a lot, but he didn't have a pen. And my hip hop heads know what I mean when I say he had a pen. He has a pen, and he does, and it's undisputed. Remember, before this Drake and Kendrick thing, remember J. Cole took Kendrick out. Bow! Got him up out of there. He did him so bad. Remember, he apologized for it. And then he got out of the way and let Kendrick and J. Cole, let Kendrick and Drake go at it. And Kendrick feasted on Drake. And you can look at that in a lot of different ways. I know Drake is not popular right now. He's suing Kendrick. Well, he's suing his record company. This is kind of crazy. Hip hop is on some different shit right now. All right. Kim says, I don't mean by going pop. I mean he grabbed the ear of many outside of the norm when it comes to this specific genre. Well, I would say, well, that sort of is popular music. But it's not like pop. I understand what you're saying. He didn't go commercially pop, but even though he did, because he sold a lot of records. But he didn't outsell a lot of people who did better than him. Like you look at 50 Cent. 50 Cent sold way more than Jay. But Jay sold more every album. But Jay-Z didn't go platinum until his third album. Until Hard Knock Life, he wasn't even going gold. He wasn't even going gold as an album. That's why, if y'all remember in the beginning, and like in his young career, he was talking about retiring, and he was just going to mentor Memphis Bleak. Do y'all remember that shit? Jay has threatened retirement twice. After he became president of Def Jam. And the first time was when he couldn't sell records the way he wanted to. So he didn't feel like his imprint was coming through like that. Spartacus, what's good? What's good? Y'all saying some good shit here. All right. If I go back up in the comments, y'all please excuse me, because I want to see what y'all saying. Lyman the realist says actually Lil Wayne up there too. Not for me, he ain't. I'll never understand the Lil Wayne phenomena, but it's because I look at it through a different set of lenses. We having this hip hop conversation tonight, y'all. We are having this hip hop conversation tonight. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop it. Bert Costa says, I'm from Mexico, and we used to listen to Dipset. Okay. But did a lot of people from Mexico, did they listen to Dipset? With like, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I liked them, and I bought a lot of their shit. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Abdur says Pac would have been on too, and I'm from Brooklyn. Yeah, well, you from Brooklyn, Pac is from Harlem. For anybody who doesn't know, Tupac Shakur is not from the West Coast. He didn't even live there for a long time. He didn't move there until he was 18, maybe 17, like the end of 17, but I don't think so, because he graduated from a high school in Baltimore, and that he probably graduated at either late May, or early June, and his birthday is in June, so he was probably a full 18 years old by the time he made it over to the Bay Area. So today with social media, Tupac wouldn't be looking good on social media. They would have ate him. They would have chewed him up. Like, yo, you frauding. You are a fraud. All right, let me see. Kim says, Jay had talent without rapping. He had a skill to market others and build an empire. That was actually more Dame than Jay. Jay-Z, don't get me wrong, Jay-Z stole a lot of styles. He did. All them state property cats, he stole a lot of their styles. Jay wasn't rhyming like that. Yeah, and then you do it like this, and then you coming over this. He wasn't doing that. That's young Chris. That's young Chris. So Jay would sign people. He wouldn't bite their lyrics, but he would copy their style. And now he may not have used their style all the time, but he used it for his own purposes. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. All right, Lucas C says, are those your traps peeking out of the booty, bro? Your traps peeking out of the hoodie. You mean my traps? Well, that's an interesting question. That's an interesting question. I'm not a small dude. I'm sure you can see that. eToro Trading says Snoop would still be Snoop though. Snoop would still be Snoop though. Snoop was good. He still is, but the impact that Snoop had when he came out wasn't too many people being able to match that kind of energy. He was on fire. Abdul says, for the simple fact Pac was a good actor, so his superstardom would have been crazy. Maybe not. The thing is, he kept getting in his own way. He could not help getting in his own way. And really, I think a lot of that was because he's an actor. Real track. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that he is an actor. He was an actor. You know what I mean? Let me see. Let me see. Dang, how you say your name? Let's see. Dreesum Pascaira says Sixers suck. They do. But I'm from Philly, baby. So they can suck all they want to. And Joel Embiid, yeah, he might not be who we need. We may never win a championship with the dude, but we gonna win one day. You'll see that too. Well, maybe right now, but we gotta still fade it down. We ain't ready for the Freddie and Jason. It's kind of horrific, but let me be specific about the things that I do and the way that I feel. I represent the Sixers, and that's for real. And it's never gonna stop. I don't care what team you come from. If you were Boston, you a bum. And I don't respect it or like it, even though they be winning. I feel like from the beginning, I could never wear green in that way. And I don't give a shit about that Clover or nothing to say about that Celtic. That's on they emblem. Whatever you call that shit, fuck them. We gonna still take it there. I'm gonna take it to the top, drop it down to the floor. We gonna do this thing, say a little rhyme, a little more, and I'm gonna do this shit. My throat gets sore, but I'ma stop. Fade it down. If y'all want to rhyme, y'all can call it to the line and say me one time. All right, let's go. Abdul says, but they was different types of MCs. Pac and Cole has a lot of stuff you can relate to. They both official. Yeah, but hip hop is about going head to head. It's about being the best. So who would win? Who would win? Now, of course, Pac is no longer here, but from their body of work, you see what both of them can do. Who would win? I'm gonna tell you straight up and down. I'm going with J.Cole. I don't even have to think about it. Lyman the Realist says that would be crazy. That would be a crazy battle. Tupac would be intimidating because of the West Coast factor, but J. Cole got that one on that one versus that one-on-one. I don't even think it would be a contest. Because J. Cole, I think, would probably be he would probably say more rhymes off the top of his head. Like something tells me he would be able to come off the top and make it sound really good. I don't think Pac could do that. I've heard Pac, freestyle versus. Well, he wasn't versus Biggie, but Biggie's verse was way better. So who knows? Let me see. Abdul says Cole was never thugging. I can relate more to Pac, but Pac wasn't thugging either. That shit was all. That's the thing about it. He wasn't a thug, and honestly, that's why he's dead now. You know what I mean? If he would have just really been himself, if he would have just stuck to the acting and stuck to the rapping, he would still be here. He's gone for acting like a thug, acting like a G. He wasn't a G. But I'm surprised that the G's let him hang out like that. But stardom to do that. You know, it's clout chasing. Cole was talking about being at St. John's University where he was a scholar. He was not only a scholar, remember, he was a basketball player. J.Cole is a baller. Plus, he wasn't dumb. Abdul Rahman says, but big from the style, which is BK. Yeah. BK all day. Bed, do or die. Yeah. Biggie used to come to Philly a lot too, for obvious reasons. Kim's Wim says, I have had that Pac is not from Cali so many times. I mean, he's not. But a lot of people don't know that shit. I mean, they was letting him get away with that. That was like, and I was surprised after he started coming at the East Coast. I was like, so ain't nobody gonna say nothing about this shit? They didn't. And that's how you know that it's about that. Get out of here, man. Kim says, wait, okay. Abdul says, State Property wrote for Jay. Neef said it on the Art of Dialogue channel. Okay. All right. Now they did say that when they did songs together, they helped write a verse for him. But it's not like Jay can't write. It's not like that. You know, so I understand what Neef was trying to say. But because Young Chris is better than Neef, let me stop, man. All right. Abdul Rahman says, my man AI was the best. Kept it hood. AI could rock the mic too. He came out with an album, but it never dropped. But it was actually really good. You might be able to find it on the internet somewhere. Look up, AI and his album. It was actually he was actually spitting. He was spitting. He did drop one single. Kim says, okay, wait. Kim. Cavaliers better beat the Celtics in the playoffs. Kim says, pioneers of rap. Curious to see who the younger crowd considers pioneers in golden age. Oh shit. This is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Even though there should be 100 people in here talking about this. And y'all can help that happen. Hit the like button, share the show. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Let's have this conversation tonight. Who knows how long it will be before we are able to have it this way again. Dominic. Okay, wait. Dominic says, I still feel bad for Markel Fultz. He should have been a superstar for the 76ers. Like, the Sixers so bad right now. I mean, I'm like, this don't make no sense how bad they are. Kim says, he was good, but he was a fraud. He was a hype man. All right, Hello World says, Jewels. AI rap name. Okay. Hunk Sports says, it's Son. What up? What's going on, my peoples? How you feeling, man? Good to see you. So I can't call it. I can't call the number because I'm too intimidated, bro. Man, ain't nothing to be scared of. Ain't nothing to be scared of, especially tonight. Tonight we talking about that good shit. We gonna talk about the good stuff tonight. But I'm gonna have to stop reading off that because I see y'all only seeing like half of me on here. So I'm gonna read off this script. So even Eric Snow was decent. He was. AI was never going to win a championship with any team. And trust me, it took me many years to accept that. But it was true. He was never going to win a championship for any team. You know, he just wasn't. Because you can't do everything by yourself. And I used to make excuses for AI back in the day. Like it seemed like when he get the rock, all his teammates just be standing around, watching him. It's because he didn't practice well with them. So they might as well watch him because they know they wasn't gonna get the rock. Once he get the rock, that's it. Whether he shoot from the outside or go on the inside, he was worried too much about his scoring title. Now you could debate that, but the proof is in the pudding. All right, because besides the scoring title, he really wasn't leading in any other categories. So yeah, I ain't saying he was a gunner, but they wasn't gonna win no championships with him. And when he went, it proved itself when he went to the Denver Nuggets. Like you just can't win with the bull. I mean, you can't. You're not gonna win a championship. Okay, Burns Eye Priest, what up? How you feeling, my dude? Good to see you. Says, hey man, what's the topic? We talking about. Let's have this hip hop conversation. So we trying to cover. My intentions was to cover everything from the pioneers to the new. Well, from the pioneers to the golden age to the new school. And everything that came in between that. We can talk about the conscious era versus the gangster era. The so-called gangster era. Y'all know what I'm talking about, gangster rap era. We could talk about that. I'm interested to know, y'all. I'm interested to know what's your top 5? Let me see those top 5s out there. What you got? What y'all got? What's your top 5s? Put your top 5s in there. Put your top 5s in the chat. Let me see where our heads are. What's your top 5s? Cheryl Halsey, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Dominic says, and Chuck D. Oh shit. Hold on. Scott Schrader says, why should I call? Well, you don't have to. But if you want to call, the reason that you should call is if you have something to say about this topic, which is let's have this hip hop conversation. So we're talking about the origins of hip hop. We're talking about who was good, who was overrated, and you know what else I want to talk about? How come hip hop groups are so limited now? What happened to the groups? What happened to the groups? You hardly see any new groups come out. There's some. They're not totally extinct like in R&B. It seems like the R&B group is totally extinct. Remember the R&B group that was so popular in the 90s, 80s? But in hip hop, they're becoming extinct too. They are definitely dwindling in their numbers. What's the reason for that? What y'all know? What do y'all have? What y'all got for me? Dominic says, Slick Rick, Rakim, and LL Cool J definitely the pioneers of the golden age of hip hop. Okay. And Chuck D. I like that. Oh, the Mind 559. What's going on, my people? He says, pull Julius Irving out of retirement. What's up? Yo, man, people be sleeping and they don't give Dr. J the credit that he deserves. And it's sickening. It really is disgusting. I don't think that Jordan would have been doing what Jordan was doing if it wasn't for Dr. J. Dr. J was dunking like nobody else was dunking. He was that king small forward. He was on, he was different. He says, how Allen Iverson practicing going to make his team better? He actually asked that question. Like, you've been playing team sports all your life, and you yeah. That was crazy. Abdul says, nah, he wasn't more of a ball hog. The Kobe. Oh, he wasn't more of a ball hog than Kobe. I think Kobe was more of a ball hog in his younger years, but he learned how to pass the rock later. But Kobe knew how to win championships. Now, you can say it's the team around him, but Kobe did make his other teammates better. He did. Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of things I didn't like about Kobe. May he rest in peace. But he did. He made his teammates better. He did. Okay, hello world. This is your top five. Biggie, Jay, Nas, DMX, and LL. And he said Ty Smith. That's what I'm talking about. I like that. I like that. It doesn't surprise me when people put Biggie as their top five. And honestly, I don't think he belongs in the top five, and I'll tell you why. It don't have nothing to do with his skills or whatever, but body of work is important to me. And that's why Biggie and Pac can't be in my top 10. Because I'm like, they just weren't around long enough. Yes, they both had a big impact, but I didn't get a chance to see, or we didn't get a chance to see them. We didn't get to see them gravitate or graduate. We don't know like what they would have been like 10 years from their start. We didn't get to see that. Neither one of them were in the game more than 4 years. 5, you could say if you count Tupac's limited time with Digital Underground, so you could say 1990, 1991. You could say 1990 and 1991, but he died in 1996. So for me, putting him in my top 10 takes somebody out of my top 10 that I've seen go from their original style when they got signed and when they was hungry to when they started selling to when they weren't hot like that anymore and tried to get back on or whatever. So, I mean, that means something to me. It might not mean that much to anybody else. All right. Wow. Kim says, yes, Artemon, Talib Kweli, and Dead Prez. Wow. Y'all really are hip-hop heads. I'm digging this. Kim says, Nas, Wu-Tang, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, Moray. All right. That's a new cat. And Queen Latifah. That might be the most interesting top 5 I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to bullshit you. That might be the most interesting top 5 that I've ever seen. Kudos to you for that. All right. Eli says, that's a fact. Dr. J originated MJ style. And a lot of other cats. People wasn't dunking like that. And plus he could play. He wasn't just a dunk artist. Okay. Brana Haguski, what's going on, my people? Your top 5 is Rakim, Kool G Rap, KRS-One. All right, that's not your top 5. That's only 3. But all right, I ain't mad at it. So that's the golden age. Okay. All right. Abdul says, Dr. J was nice in the video game. I wasn't born in his time. I ain't mad at that. You can't control when you came into this world. Dominic says, Nas definitely the GOAT. Wow, okay. Okay, Buana says, Nas is one of the GOATs, definitely. Abdul says, Nas, Pac. Me? What's me? Wait. Who is me? Is that short for something? All right. The Locks and Rakim and 50. Wow. That's an interesting top five too. 50? I never would have thought that 50 Cent would make somebody's top five. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Buana says, what about Biggie, Big Daddy Kane? The Wrath of Kane album was awesome. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It's a Big Daddy thing too. You know what I mean? Anybody, when people try to discount Kane, I don't think they understand. Kane had everybody rapping like him in 87 and 88. And when I mean they was, he owned it. That's why when people try to say, Rakim did this, he influenced the game, he changed the game. I'm like, no, it was Kane. It really was. It was Kane. But I can tell y'all a little bit more about that. All right, let me see. Dominic says Prodigy from Mobb Deep has a good case to be in the top 10. You think so? I say not. And you know why I say not? Even though I like Prodigy? Because honestly, Havoc was a better rapper. He was. He's a better rapper. I don't even think it's close. And he used to write rhymes for Prodigy too. Prodigy was good, but I always felt like Havoc was just way better. Okay. Let me see. Abdul Rahman says Pac died in 95. I remember the day. Well, no, you missed it by a year. He died in 96. He died, because the Tyson Holyfield fight was in 96. And yeah, you missed it by a year. In 95, Pac was on fire. California love. That's why I was like, California love. You from Harlem. You're from Harlem and Baltimore. Like, what are you doing? What we doing out here? What we doing? Buana says, how come Black Thought from the Roots never is mentioned in the top 10? Because they're not talking about lyrics. Simple as that. And actually, I've seen a lot of people's top 5 where Black Thought is definitely in there. But Black Thought would be in almost everybody's top 10 if you were talking strictly about lyrics. And they're not. And because Black Thought is not a solo artist and he didn't really make any solo projects, people conveniently leave Black Thought out of it. But if you were to reduce the category to lyrics, who's going to beat Black Thought? And for those of y'all who don't understand this, go on YouTube after this show and pull up Black Thought on Funk Flex and watch him totally dismantle and demolish the mic for 10 straight minutes. No breaks, no slip-ups, no fumbles, no need for editing. He is a killer. And he's from Philly, land of the spitters. But you know who I think is as good as Black Thought lyrically? And no, it's not going to be your usual Jadakiss. No. Nas. No. Jay. No. Actually, I don't think any of them can fuck with who I'm talking about. Cassidy. Cass is a monster. He may not be that good on the battle rap, in today's battle rap market, but lyrically, Cassidy is an animal. And he used to eat them cats up in New York. He used to spit them out. He was an animal with it. All right, let me see. All right. Hold on. Buana says, Kim, you bugging with that top 5. I mean, look, a top 5 is top 5. Dominic says that's true. Black Thought and Mr. Scarface are people always forgetting them. Yeah. And Kim says, there's a reason for it, Moana. I listen to all on a regular rotation. Hey, your top five is your top five. There's no accounting for a top five. Abdul says, I wasn't born in Kane's time. That's my pops in the 5% era of rest in peace, Pops. Rest in peace, Pops. Yeah, rest in peace, Pops. That's what's up, though. Good looking for shouting out your pop. But yeah, if your pop was born during that time, believe me, he was born in a hell of a time for hip hop. I mean, if he was partying during that time, that was just 1988, boy. Woo! Woo! All right. Hello World says Kane, Rakim, De La, Light, and PE were my first phase. Well, look at you. Kane, Rakim, De La. Rest in peace, Plug. What is it, Plug 2? De La was dope. And PE was my first. Yeah, that's more, very respectable. Kim says there are so many to consider. Schoolie D. Oh my God. Craig Mack, Africa Bambaataa, Scarface, Jadakiss. The list is endless. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Abdul says, you right. I really meant he was 25. Yeah, he was 25. Info Spot says Run DMC were the best until they did that Tougher Than Leather movie. I reckon. Honestly, Run DMC was never the best in my opinion, but they were so good because they were such innovators. When Sucker MCs dropped in 1983, nobody had ever heard anything like that. 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhyme. So I said this rhyme I'm about to say. The rhyme was deaf and then it went this way. Took a test to become an MC. And Orange Crush became amazed at me. And now we're talking autographs, ideas of laughs, champagne, caviar, and bubble bath. Because see, that's the life that I lead. You sucker MCs. With but it was the beat that boom bap didn't exist in hip hop. They literally invented the boom bap. Hip hop beats wasn't like that before. It was the rapper controlling the music. Run DMC infused that beat with the rhyme so seamlessly and so perfectly. There was no stopping them. There was no stopping him. But lyrically, Cannabis was just as good as Black Thought. No, he wasn't. It looked like he was on his way. I can see why you would say that, but yo, man, hold on, man. We got to get dressed. I'm over here, we having this conversation. I was enjoying myself so much that I didn't get a chance for us to put on our uniform. Y'all got me working out of uniform. My boss going write me up. My boss going to write me up. We got to get this thing together, yo. We got to get this together. All right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Now I can work. But you gonna mess around and get me sent home early. All right, y'all. Which one y'all want to wear? Which one? What? Is it the one on the left? What's up? Y'all like that one? These are genuine cow bones for all of y'all who are new. Genuine cow bones. What you got? Is it the one in the middle? Let me know. Talk to me. What y'all got? Or is it the one on the right? Come on, y'all not speaking fast enough. Come on, let's go. Which one y'all want to wear? The one on the right? That's this one. All right, Info Spot says left. Okay. Or is it the one in the middle? That's this one. This is the one on the right. This is the one in the middle. Or is it going to be the one on the left? Is it going to be what? If y'all take too long, we just going to go with the one that spoke up. Don't take too long. Y'all taking too long. This is the one on the left. That's the one Info Spot says. I ain't mad at it. This is the one in the middle. Artemine says left. All right, two for the left. All right, Abdul says all of them trash. That's cool. All right, we got 3 for the left. Then we got 4 for the left. All right, boom. The left is going to win. The left is going to win. Let's do this. Yeah, now the show can begin. I was out of uniform, not looking right, but then I got my shit, and now my shit is game tight, and we good to go. Yeah, the flow was kind of awesome. Yo, you think I wasn't going to do it? Yo, no, son. All right, there we go. Let me see. There you go. Look at that. Y'all good. Now we can have this hip hop conversation. We wasn't really talking before. Now we talking. We talking. We good to go. Yeah, ladies, you're looking good. You're looking pretty. You're looking beautiful. You're looking lovely. You're looking sexy. Brothers, you're looking fly. You're looking handsome. You're looking debonair. You're looking suave. Looking smooth. You got your soft stuff on. Everything is all good. Yeah. Respect when you hit the hood. Ain't nobody jelly. Ain't nobody mad. Yeah, you're coming on through. You're about to make somebody your dad. Yeah, let's go. All right, let's go. You know what? While I'm up, hold on. While I'm up, let's do a little something. Let's get in the mood here. Since we having this hip hop conversation. Since we having this. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, y'all. We have a caller on the line. We about to pick up from a vine and do this thing and get our shine. Let's get it. Caller with the last numbers 0297. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind tonight? What's good? How you feeling?
Hey, I'm doing good. This is Ed from Detroit.
That's what I'm talking about.
My YouTube channel, InfoSpot 411 in the chat. Real quick on the rap there. You know, you make a good point, or legitimate point, I should say. You know, when it comes to like Tupac and Biggie, and some that Eazy-E's another one that passed away so young, and it makes you wonder, okay, what would have happened with their career? Mm-hmm. It's possible, like one of the people mentioned, Tupac, he had some good movies, Bullet with Mickey Rourke, and that one he did with John Belushi was great. I could see him doing a lot of movies and having success, like Ice Cube and some others. Yeah. It's tough. Eazy-E was his own talent. When he did Real City G's and responded back after getting hit so hard by Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, you're like, damn. But with Run DMC, real quick, my favorite song is Hard Times off the first record.
Really?
It's not always. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
I love that
Okay.
Man.
I ain't mad at it.
Kid when that came out.
Yeah.
Their first 3 records, the Run DMC, King of Rock, and then Raising Hell. So great till they hit it. They just fell off there. They took a big blow at that Tougher Than Leather. But one thing I find to be so iconic is Raising Hell was right up there with the best of Michael Jackson, the best of Prince, and some of the best of the 80s. I'd have to look it up on Rolling Stone, like the greatest records of the '80s. But God, with the Walk This Way with Aerosmith and You Be Ellen and just the originality and music, it was just one of the best hip hop records, I would say, of the 1980s. But I think that's where they take a blow when you get the conversation of some of the best hip hop groups, of all time.
I don't think that they can. I don't think that they can be left out as one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest. Honestly.
Okay. Okay.
Because when you look at it, they were the first. They were the first group to go platinum, multi-platinum. They sold the most. They sold the most for a good while until the Beastie Boys, who sold almost the same amount of records, but it was like they sold quadruple platinum. Like Run DMC sold quadruple platinum, and the Beastie Boys sold quadruple platinum plus a little bit more. Like, so they were like 4 million and I don't know, let's say 400,000, where Run DMC might have been 4 million and 200,000, something like that. But they were running neck and neck.
Right.
So they were the superstars of hip hop music. But the impact that they had on the genre, the way that they were able to get. They actually weren't the first to have a national sponsor from a clothing company. That was actually Kango from UTFO with the Kango hats. He was actually sponsored by Kango before Run DMC was sponsored by Adidas. But Adidas was already a very popular sportswear company, but they like blew it out of the park and had people wearing the shell top Adidas with the no shoestrings and stuff like that. So the things that they were able to do as far as pop culture is concerned is not disputable. So their place in hip hop history, and as far as a top tier, top 5 talent, as far as groups is concerned, there's no way I would ever leave out Run DMC. Just no way.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I mean, one of my other favorites, I don't know if they would be put in the top, but was I'm going back some years. I was a little kid then, but Houdini, with the Freaks Come Out at Night, and God, what's the other Houdini song? I'm trying to Friends.
Yeah, Houdini. Houdini went platinum also. They silently went platinum, and they were actually a very big group. And Houdini was the first group that I'm aware of. Now, I'm not going to say this for an absolute fact, but Houdini was the first group that I knew that had dancers in the videos and basically highlighted having dancers in the background, like having background dancers. Mm-hmm. And their stage show was very, very powerful. So they weren't the best, they weren't the greatest rappers at all, but they knew how to perform. They were actually very, very polished, and they were considered the sex symbols of rap or whatever. They had a lot going on, and like I said, they sold records. They did. They sold a lot of records. Curtis Blow sold a lot of records. So it wasn't always the best rappers who sold the most, but when you had that flavor, when you had that formula to be able to make it onto the mainstream and to get major record contracts, because a lot of record companies weren't giving hip hop a chance. They didn't think they thought it was a passing fad, and they didn't want to take a lot of chances on the artists. And when they gave them deals, they gave them really shitty bullshit deals where they couldn't really make any type of money. So it was almost more lucrative to be on a small independent label where you probably got more points and I don't want to say royalties, but I want to say publishing, because you wrote your own rhymes, stuff like that. So yeah,
but your stuff being marketed and sold, and then too, as you bring that up, when you get into the early '80s, I could see the major record companies it's a fairly new music to like the major commercial companies like Capitol Records, let's say, whatnot, when they just got done with that disco. You know, that disco came in with such a bang, and it died with like a firecracker flash. You know, I guess to describe it, just boom, kind of like the sci-fi boom in the late '70s. Bigger than ever. TV shows after all the movies, everybody went in on it, and it just died out quick. So there was a lot to overcome. You know, those pioneers, they set the road. Yeah, that's what I was going to mention to you. I just made me remember something. I got a bunch of YouTube videos on my channel, but I haven't done videos like in 4 years. But you know, with your drums and doing your stuff, maybe you know about it, you don't, but you can go on like Fiverr and you can sell like doing custom birthday songs or custom non-copyright songs for YouTube videos. You can sell it in MP3 format, or you can make a custom video. But the nice thing about this is it's nothing that's tangible. You have to mail out, you know, when someone places an order with you, you can make with your drums and doing your stuff, you can advertise, hey, I'll make you a custom birthday song, or I'll do a non-copyright song for a video. And you get message, you know, what somebody wants done. But you could do that just as another little money-making idea to throw your way. And then I also mentioned too, I would probably, if you get time, check into doing Amazon affiliate link. Just say, hey, help support my channel. I'm not asking you to, you know, to buy anything you wouldn't want to buy in the first place. Just use my Amazon link. And then anybody uses your Amazon link, it's the same Amazon website. It's just you get a small percentage of whatever they buy, because what you're doing is you're bringing the customers to Amazon. But you're not actually having to say, hey, buy my merch, you know, and this is something you already want to buy. Hey, you want to buy a couple things of whey protein? Just buy it. You go through Amazon, go through my link. You know,
that's a good look, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, you got my email, man. Just give me a little bit more info. You know what I mean? Yeah, I always do better with the email. You know, I need to be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take it from there, because I have all the equipment to be able to record anything. I can get it done. And what I don't have, I'll buy. You know, I'm about that life.
The other thing that, before I forget, I mean, is a good money maker, is doing some custom videos for people too. You know, like you can do a birthday song, a graduation song. You want to send an anniversary song to your wife. You've been married a year, whatever. You can advertise it out, but you also can do the custom video with the graphics and animation, you know, stuff like that. But what you be doing makes yours original, as you would be doing your own music, especially that non-copyright stuff for YouTube. Like I got paid 4 years ago. I still have it like $8 or $9, and I got like 80 non-copyright songs, but they're no lyrics. They're just like the music backgrounds, from classical music to hip hop to rock beat and stuff you can use in videos, because that's one thing. A lot of the people on YouTube, they gotta, you know, watch themselves. You don't want anything copyright. You put all that work into a video, and if it has just like a 6-second sample of some artist, you know, boom, you'll get flagged. But Fiverr's, I'll send you some links. Not to take your time too much, but that's something you might want to, you know, check into too, and then I'll send you an Amazon thing. But yeah, I'm more R&B and classic rock, but there is still some, you know, hip hop and rap artists, you know, that are like, but I just thought I'd make that point. It's an interesting conversation. You know, I would see Tupac being very successful in doing movies, you know, if he lived a life, and it's just, you know, where would Eazy-E go with his career? Because, I mean, just look at Ice Cube. You know, a lot of the guys were from NWA, you know, and around that time, and where they've gone.
Yeah. By the way, I listen to classic rock all the time. Yeah, I mean, when I say all the time, cool. I mean like all the time. Like, I love like Janis Joplin. I listen to a lot of Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. But yeah, with Tupac and all, like I said, with Tupac and Biggie, my only issue, I should say, because I don't have a beef, but my issue is that we didn't get to see them. We didn't see their progression. Whatever they were at that time is what is all we have. We didn't see them speed up or slow down. We didn't see them go from an area of lower concentration to an area of higher concentration. We didn't see somebody come in and be better than them or more influential than them and pretty much take their spot and suck up the air in the room to whereas they had to step their game up. So we don't know. And many of us are happy with that. Like, well, shoot, but you can't, that's what they say. You can't deny their impact on the culture. I'm sure didn't, but we don't know. If you really think about it, had LL died at a certain time, like if he would have died, like let's say before the Mama Said Knock You Out album, okay. we would have easily been able to say that LL was the best ever. I think he is anyway, but because he went out with that album, and we were able to see him go all the way from I Need a Beat to Radio to Rock the Bells to I'm That Type of Guy or Jingling Baby to Mama Said Knock You Out, it would have been undisputed. He had outsold everybody, and he was the only solo artist who never played out, even then at that time in 1990. But his curse was that he lived. He survived. So he also was able to change and step up and adapt. We never saw Tupac and Biggie adapt. We didn't see it. So who knows? We don't know if they would have stayed as hot as they were. We don't know.
Two things. With LL Cool J, my favorite song by him was Jack the Ripper, and I also love the story behind the song because that goes to that little beat he had with the Kumo D when he put that hand under the Jeep. But damn, man, if anyone hasn't heard that song, go on YouTube and check out Jack the Ripper. Woo, what a great song and how he took care of Kumo D. But I'm going to throw this your way. I think there's somebody we've left out so far in this show. I think that blows them all away when you talk longevity and just the success. And I'm going to bring up a female artist who's hip-hop, kind of R&B together, Mary J. Blige. I don't like all her stuff, but there's a lot of stuff I like. But, I mean, when you talk from the early 90s when she came out with What's a 411 and Real Love, and all her hits, man, through the 90s, the 2000s, even going to, up to current day, just wow. But anyway, your thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, she's not a rapper. And even the rhyme that she said on the one she did with Grand Poobah wrote it, and which is why it was so dope. But yeah, Poobah wrote the rhyme, and that's another person that we forget about a lot. Poobah was killing it, on as far as the features were concerned. But no, Mary J. Blige and hip hop was a marriage made in heaven. That's why she was the original queen of hip hop soul. I got mad at Mary because she didn't want to be the queen of hip hop soul. She wanted to be the Anita Baker and I don't know, Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin. She wanted to be of that ilk. I'm like, yo, you have created a lane. You got your own shit. They can't do what you do. Only you can. You don't have the best voice, but you arguably have the best records. If you would have, if she, I always felt like if she would have stayed with that queen of hip hop soul shit, she would have just murdered the game. She would have, like, you see what on one album what Lauryn Hill was able to do. Just one stinking album, 9 million copies. Mary J would have been able to sweep that under the rug. Mary J could have been the Michael Jackson of hip hop soul, really, but she didn't want that. She wanted to. She wanted to be taken seriously as an R&B singer, and I'm like, they not as good. You know, like they got their own shit. You are a big fish in a small pond. You want to be a small fish in a big pond. But it's all good. I love Mary. I love Mary to this day. I have all her albums. You know what I mean? She never played out. She always delivers. But yeah. And of course, I can always relate my vision for somebody else, but I understand the pressures of the industry or whatever. Of course, I'm sure her record label was pushing her to be more on the R&B side because they figured that would bring them more money because she would have more longevity or whatever. But I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes like those A&Rs and those record company execs, they don't always get it right. But when they get it wrong, they just chew you up and spit you out and throw you away and act like you never happened. Then what?
No.
You know?
Well, it's like I'm a big, real quick, a big Toni Braxton fan, but it's mostly her first 3 CDs because she had that raspy voice and those just great ballads off of Secrets, her self-titled record, and then The Heat. But I believe it was just like you just said, they tried to make her young and speed it up, her hip hop, and she just totally got away with what she was really good at. But you know, it goes to show she put out a number of records. It just never really did much of anything, you know, since her first 2.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the industry and the marketing and, you know, all that type of stuff comes into play, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm going to hop off. I'll be on the chat here.
Well, I appreciate you calling in. Thanks for the input.
You bet.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'll shoot you an email, too, when I get time here.
That's what's up. Anytime, man. And thanks for coming through.
You got it. Okay.
All right. Peace. Bye. My man Info Spot coming through. My man Ed from Detroit. And y'all can call into 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. Press number 1, or even if you don't press number 1, you can come on through. Like I said, the lines are never busy. I will get you on up in here. As you can see, I don't rush you off the phone. You get to talk for a minute. You get to get it out. You get to all right. What we're talking about tonight. Let's have this hip hop conversation. I asked a question a little bit earlier, and I'm not sure if I got the answer, you know, when I was talking to Ed, but I want to know what y'all think about the question I asked about the hip hop groups. Why aren't there any or many hip hop groups anymore? Do you think it has more to do with control, finances? You know, some people just wanting to be the star, not wanting to share the spotlight. Do groups not practice with each other as well as they used to? Do they not work as well with each other as they used to? Why do you think that the hip hop group has kind of filtered out? Why it has become so seldom seen? The last hip hop group that I can think of that made any noise was probably the Migos, and then one of them got killed. So, who do you? And while we're at it, hip hop groups of all time. Now we can do this 2 ways. Name your favorite hip hop group of all time, and then give me your top 5 hip hop groups of all time. Give me that. I need that. Give me that. What y'all got? What up, Johnny West? What's good, my dude? What's up? Nathan Smith said Vanilla Ice is the greatest rapper of all time, period. Wow. And he didn't say another word after that. That's what's up. Hello World says when Mary did that Soul to Soul cover. No doubt. Kim's Wim says Mary's a storyteller. That's what makes her lack of having an amazing voice an incredible artist. She has a style that's only hers, and that's true. That's true. But if she would have kept that queen of hip hop soul shit, because all of the rappers was down to do a song with her, and she's never, to my knowledge, she's never made a song with a rapper that wasn't a hit or that wasn't good. So Johnny West says, Moni Love, Black Sheep, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, and the Jungle Brothers were all part of a group called Native Tongue. Yes, they were. And they was all dope. That was my jam in the 90s when everybody was listening to gangster rap. So you like the conscious rap era. Okay. I can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. Kim Williams says, sadly, when most of these artists get big, per se, they become lackluster. Cardi's best was Red Bars. Cardi's best was Red Bars, but that never got a lot of airplay. All right, Johnny West says things are reciprocal. People will get back to liking groups again. I don't know if they will, because the record industry isn't like it was before. So selling records is different. I don't even know how records are sold anymore. It's not about records you sell. It's about downloads. It's about what they call it? When you play a song on the internet, what is it called? It's a simple word, and I'm having a brain fart right now. But yeah, you don't sell records anymore. They still have record companies, but they aren't as lucrative as they used to be. So to compensate for that, they are giving out these 360 deals. And so I don't know if groups will ever make a comeback. Views? No, it's not views, but we're close. It's something like a view, but it's actually the way that they get paid. They don't get paid per view, but they get paid per the hell with it. We'll stick to views for now. I mean, for lack of a better term, for lack of remembrance on my behalf, you know what I mean? But they definitely get paid for the downloads. And I mean, a lot of these streams. That's the word I'm looking for. Streams. They get paid for streams. And a lot of these streaming services don't even allow you to buy the albums anymore. Like I pay for Rhapsody. Well, Rhapsody is now back to Napster. So I pay for Napster. I have Amazon Music, and I use YouTube Music. I'm like, you got Spotify, you got Beats, you got Apple Music, and it's just, as a solo artist, trying to keep your business straight is a challenge. Now, you got 3 or 4 people in a group with artistical differences, creative differences. I don't know if, and to be honest, a lot of these solo artists shouldn't be solo artists. They're not good enough. But that's an opinion of mine. I think that some of these artists would benefit maybe by being inspired by somebody else that could help them write, that could smooth them out a little bit, that could actually improve them. But hey, what do I know? All right. Johnny West says Wu-Tang Clan, Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Run DMC. If the Roots count as a group, and they definitely do. If not, the Beastie Boys. Wow, that's an interesting. Beastie Boys, huh? Ain't that some shit? All right, Kim Williams says Diggable Planets. God damn, Kim. Diggable Planets, De La Soul, Heavy D and the Boys, Arrested Development. I had this conversation with somebody about Arrested Development because for some reason I didn't consider them to be a rap group. And I still don't. But okay. Poor Righteous Teachers. Look at you. Okay. All right. Viral if they go viral. Yeah, but okay. Hello World says I always thought groups were entry level. Like when Busta was in LONS, he was the featured member. He actually wasn't. They were all. If you really think about it, in LONS, Charlie Brown was the standout until Busta did that goddamn. What's the scenario? Once he did that solo on What's the Scenario, it was over for. But Buster still was he still was a team player for LONS. But Charlie Brown fucked it up. Remember, he walked off. They was on Yo MTV Raps, and he walked off like, all right, I'm out. Like on some old little spoiled brat type shit. So yeah, no, Charlie Brown was actually the leader of the leaders of the new school. But when Busta did, that row like a dungeon dragon, you know what I mean? Like it was just that verse was so strong. That was the rewind verse. Everybody kept playing. The whole song was crazy, stupid dope. But that Busta verse was just, yeah. That's when Busta really stood out. Johnny West says, damn, I forgot about poor righteous teachers. A lot of people do. But that Wise Intelligent was lyrically, not too many people could mess with Wise Intelligent. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Share the show. Share the show. Yes, it should be 100 people in here talking about this shit. All these hip hop heads. But they're not here. Doesn't matter. Hit the like button, please. 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 I'm not going to ask you for nothing else, but I need y'all to do for self. Yes, hit the like button. I see you listening, but I need y'all to do that instead of dissing. Yeah, don't wait until later because you might forget. I want you to hit the hip hop button. For now, it's the like. If you don't want to do that, yo, grab the mic. You can say a rhyme, you can call the number, you can do what you want to. But if you want to really stay here, I just need you to do one thing for me. Hit the like button and you'll see. Yeah, the channel grows, everything make the foes be white. Like, I'm going to get some brand new clothes. I'm going to get some new girls and I'm going to travel the world and make sure that I like am thorough. Yeah, complete. Like, okay, let's go. Big Andy. 7922 says, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, Hello World says Onyx with Onyx the same with Sticky, but he didn't do as well solo. But that Sticky Fingers first album was dope. That was a slept on album. I used to rock that shit all the time. Sticky Fingers first album. That his first solo album that shit was hot. That shit was hot. He had some bangers on that joint. And it was like the album, every song it was like a long story. So every song went into the next song. That was a dope album. Oh shit. What was the name of that album? Sticky Fingers first album. Okay, hold on. Because it would behoove y'all to check it out. Sticky Fingers first solo album. No. They telling me some Rolling Stones album. No. Fingers. This is it. The autobiography of Kirk Jones. Check that album out. That shit was on fire. It was hot. Didn't sell shit, but it was good. All right. Kim Swim says they weren't rap, they were hip hop. Okay. All right. Talking about Arrested Development. Okay. Info Spot 411 says Tennessee was a cool song, cool ass song by Arrested Development. I don't know. Maybe I'm just prejudiced because I ain't really like them. All right, Johnny West says the Grave Diggers, nobody liked them. I liked them. They wasn't bad. Let me see. Johnny West says the Scenario remix as big a flavor And, as big as Flavor in Your Ear remix. Ooh. Nah, I gotta take this the scenario. I gotta take the scenario. Mm-mm. Flavor in Your Ear remix was more like a star-studded event. That's how it felt. And if you think about it, ain't nobody want to hear Flavor. The Buster's solo in Flavor Your Ear remix. That shit wasn't touching the scenario verse. You know what I mean? We already knew Buster by then. Like, it was alright. It was alright. He had his cousin. What's his name? The Boy Scout, the last Boy Scout. Garbage. All right. Let me see. Kim says Buster came with a style that was a beast at the time. Yep. It was infectious. YZ thinking about a master plan. Oh, we got some real hip hop heads up in here. Oh, okay. All right. YZ. Now when you got a hip hop show and somebody come with some YZ and Poor Righteous Teachers, and you know they both lived in Trenton, New Jersey, or at least in the same area. Now we talking. And I don't know if y'all remember, they had a beef. YZ put out the Poor Righteous Teachers. And there was some contractual disagreements. And then they broke away from YZ. And YZ actually made songs dissing them. And Poor Righteous Teachers made songs coming at YZ. Never said their names. Neither one of the artists said each other's names. Well, it was a group versus a solo artist. Thinking of a master plan. All right. Says, and then came Mystical, Twister, Crazy Bone, Tech Nine. All right. User 1X, Tekanina. I don't. Or Tech Nine. Tekanina. All right. Aussie mate. What's going on, my dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello World said the symphony versus the scenario. Now I see what you're doing here. The symphony versus. Ooh, shit. I like the way your mind works. The symphony versus the scenario. You know what? Damn. Both of them had the dope beat. Lyrically, I would have to go with the symphony, but only because of Kool G Rap and Kane. I didn't even like Craig G and Master Ace verse at all. And I mean at all. I was like, who are these regular rappers fucking up this whole crew record? And I don't think that anybody had a whack verse in the scenario. But the symphony last two rappers with Kool G and Kane was so strong that I think that their verse was stronger than everybody in the scenario, including Buster. Lyrically. You know, with G-Rap as a slice, I get nice in the sweet, man. As horrifying as this implies goes deep until you fell in the spell of a sleep. And while I'm counting the money, you count sheep. Yeah. All right, man. Gun to my head. God damn it. I'm going to. You mother. Damn it. I'm gonna go with the scenario because no verse was whack. Every verse was up to par. You know, Craig G was that. He said, ain't that something? Your mama, I heard this jam and this pumping. I apologize. And can I have for me and my grandma? No, that shit was ass. Ant 777, what's good? He says, what up, son? What's up, everybody? That's what's up. He says, hip hop is my favorite genre. That's what's up. Info Spot says, I do see vinyl records making a comeback past 5 years. I see more of them in sale on Target, Walmart. They sound great with a good turntable and system. Yeah, but they cost too goddamn much. You know what I mean? They cost too damn much. So that low quality should never cost that much for a record. You know, it's like having I don't know, some kind of like antique or whatever. I'm not paying for that. I'm downloading these streams. That Mama Latina, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on through. I appreciate you so much. Kim Swim says, Info Spot, my dad has a basement attic filled with vinyl. He really could open up a store lot. That's what's up. And it says, Gangstar, Onyx, Mob Deep, and AZ. Okay. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Gangstar, Guru, and Primo. All right. Yeah, I like the direction this is going. Info Spot says, I remember Yo MTV Raps show in the late 80s and 90s. Yeah. Rap category, period, end of story. Not in my book. You're supposed to keep going until the music was through. Oh, man. User 1X says, what have you heard about the hertz frequency that make you want to get it on? Is that a line? Because I don't know it. Johnny West says, nice and smooth. Nobody's messing with them yet. Dwick. Boy, what a record. Nice and smooth. It's got to be the short shot. Gangstar has got to be the short shot. Nice and smooth. It's got to be the short shot. I left my Philly at home. Do you have another? I want to get blunted, my brother. We used to play Dwick over and over and over and over. And just to get a rep was crazy. That was a dope ass record. Just to get a rep with a lot of meaning. Because that's definitely what was going on in New York at the time. When Mama Latina says, always have to pop in and wish you well. Well, I appreciate that. I really, really do. Nobody talking about ultramagnetic. Let's talk about ultramagnetic. Because speaking of ultramagnetic, I saw this interview with Said G from Ultramagnetic. And Said G, well, what a lot of people didn't know was Said G was actually the producer of Boogie Down Productions when Scott LaRock was alive. So Scott LaRock was actually like the brains behind the group. And Said G insists that Scott was assassinated because they first label, which was B-Boy Records, was jerking them, and they were going to move to either Jive. They had two deals on the table: Jive RCA, and which KRS-One wound up going to after Scott's death, and there was another label that they were going to that they had a deal with on the table that Scott wanted them to take, because even though they weren't going to give as much upfront money as Jive RCA was, they were going to allow them to have more points, publishing, and distribution. So they would have made a ton of money more. And they felt like B-Boy Records found out about that and wanted Scott out of the way. And it's a really, really interesting interview. If you get a chance, go on YouTube and plug in Said G, CED, G-E-E, said G, and Scott LaRock. And because he did multiple interviews, man, and it's an interesting thing. But Ultramagnetic had nothing but bangers coming out. And Ultramagnetic came out in like 85, 86. MC Ultramagnetic, magnetic. MC Ultramagnetic, magnetic. I mean, yeah. You hardly hear anybody mention Ultramagnetic, but everybody should mention them because they was hard. That shit was crazy. And Said G produced so many different artists. Like y'all may have heard of that story that KRS-One tells, saying that they was him and Scott LaRock was at this studio where Marley Marl was at, and it was at the height of the South Bronx versus, well, basically Boogie Down Productions versus the Juice Crew time. So they KRS-One tells this story of chasing Marley Marl out of the studio and him leaving his masters, and it was a beat on there which eventually became The Bridge Is Over. Well, Said G said that never happened. He said that KRS-One is always lying, he's always embellishing, and he'll do anything to put himself in the spotlight. He said, I made that beat. He said, I used to do all of the beats for Boogie Down Productions on their first album when Scott was alive. And he said he did the Bridge Is Over beat. And if you listen to a lot of Ultramagnetic stuff, you hear it. You hear that boom bap in their stuff. So I'm like, all right. Info Spot says you need a Washington Bullets throwback sweater. Be great for old school talk on your show. I wouldn't wear it. Not gonna happen. Yo, Run the Jewels? Damn, Johnny. Oh, you get down like that. Oh, you go deep in the crates of hip hop. Oh, you be in the back streets, the underground. Okay, Run the Jewels. You know about Run the Jewels. So you know about all that Raucous Records thing, you know what I mean? You know, with all of the groups coming out of there, DJ Babu. Seeing Most Def do shit for them. Raucous Records had a real good thing going on. I don't think they handled their business very well, but they was making, they put out some shit. Johnny West. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. Adam is looking for love. He needs some attention, and nobody's giving him any. Let me continue the tradition. All right, Kim's Williams says, forgot about Nice and Smooth. Word. Johnny says, I remember when KRS-One punched PM. He threw him off the stage. He punched him in the face and threw him off the stage. That wasn't right. Hello World says, remember when Hilltop dissed the Juice Crew? I didn't expect this, y'all. Y'all know shit. So you talking about when Steady B got Cool C to make Juice Crew diss? Because Steady B's uncle, Lawrence Goodman, known as LG the Teacher, had Pop Art Records, which put Marley Marl on, and Roxanne Shante. When Roxanne Shante came out with Roxanne's Revenge, it was on Pop Art Records. So he was going up in New York, signing all of these New York groups, and they let these New Yorkers tell it they had to run Lawrence Goodman out of New York because he was kind of on some gangster shit. But I definitely remember when Hilltop did the Juice Crew. How many people remember the Hilltop Hustlers? What we doing? 3 times dope? Huh? What I'm doing here? What are we doing? Ant 777 says from the Wu Method Man and Raekwon. Well, I would take Ghostface over both of them, but I'd definitely take Ray, the first album, the Purple Tape. You know what I mean? Only built for Cuban links. Black Moon. Wendell Womp says, have you ever felt like telling somebody to shut the fuck up even though they didn't say nothing? He said Fats Domino would own them. Yeah, Chubby Checker too. All right, so yeah. Let me how much time we got left? We got about 20 minutes left. Let me get some more questions going. Let me get some more questions going. Okay. Let me see. We talked about the hip hop groups. Who's your favorite? I don't remember y'all saying what your favorite hip hop group was. I don't really see a whole lot of that. If y'all could give me that, I'd appreciate it. Who was your favorite hip hop group of all time? Mine was Public Enemy. There's Easy. P.E. That was an easy one. But let me do a little harder one. I'm not sure if a duo means a group, but separating a group from a duo, who would you say was the greatest hip hop duo ever? Who? Is it Run DMC? And then some people would say Run DMC was really a group because you had to add Jam Master Jay. However, on the first 2 songs by Run DMC, they didn't mention Jam Master Jay. So I'll allow Run DMC to be a hip hop group. I mean a hip hop duo. So is it gonna be Run DMC? Is it gonna be Mobb Deep? Is it gonna be Outkast? Is it gonna be Black Star? I don't know how it could be, but that's your choice. Who would be hip hop duos? EPMD. Strong case for that one. Let me see. Johnny West says, anybody talk about Far Side yet? Definitely a group that keeps on passing me by was a banger. Yes, it was. And they had many more bangers. Them groups that came out of the Bay Area, they was different. Souls of Mischief. And they was different. You know what I'm saying? Like, them cats can rhyme. Best hip hop duo. Info Spot says Crisscross. Oh shit. Sold a lot of records. With Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew? Nope, because it was Chill Will and Barry B. That was definitely a group. Actually, Slick Rick wasn't actually part of the group. That's why he had to leave and go solo. He said they would do shows, and he said Dougie Fresh would get like 6,000 for the show, and he would get like 600. He was like, my impact is too strong on these 2 records for me to be getting jerked like that. So, you know, yeah. Let me see. Gangstar. I ain't mad at that. Duos, y'all. Come on, give me these duos. Now I gotta think. Who would I say? Duos. Um, shit. MOP. You know, MOP was originally 3, but I love MOP. No, Tribe is definitely 3, but MOP was originally 3. But I'll definitely allow MOP. And you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna take MOP because I used to, yo, that hard shit. It was undeniable. UGK, all right. 8 Ball and MJG. Yeah, MOP was originally Lil Fame, Billy Dance, and Teflon. Tef left the group. Too Short and 2 Chainz with vocals with glow with glow on an album. Oh man. Pete Rock and CL Smooth, but I can't see them as a top, but definitely a top for hip hop. Okay. Yeah, I might rock out with the MOP on a personal level. Because I think that probably the most loot. It would have to be Run DMC for real. But for me personally, I would have to take MOP because I just like they shit so much. Beyond the Annie Up shit, I used to rock they shit all the time. So yeah, what else y'all got? Y'all got any more duos? I know some of y'all hide in the background. You know what I mean? The wheels should be turning. I'm surprised nobody said Outkast. Nobody. Ghetto Boys is 3 people. Come on, dude. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta. I think some of y'all just playing around. Remember Third Base, the white hip hop group from the early '90s, and the song "Pop Goes the Weasel." Yeah, they were all right. They weren't bad. They definitely wasn't bad. But you know what I think is the most interesting shit, and he hasn't really come up strong. Normally, every hip hop conversation that I'm in, this artist comes up as the greatest, the best, the most. And now I said duos, and nobody has said it. This has never happened before. So Lizanne says EPMD. Okay. Kim says For Real Salt and Pepper was a duo because they switched out. Okay. They was definitely a duo. Even with Spin, as far as I'm concerned. But nobody gonna say Eric B and Rakim? Damn. Normally, every time I have a hip hop conversation, people want to be like Rakim, the God MC. I said Rakim, the God MC. I said Rakim, the God. He's the God. Nobody gonna say. You mean to tell me we having this hip hop conversation and nobody is gonna say Eric B and Rakim? Damn, this is unprecedented. This is unprecedented. Kim says, yeah, everyone does separate Eric B and Rakim. I don't know how. All of their hits were as Eric B and Rakim. Neither one of them did shit solo. And says, oh shit, yeah, Rakim is tough. Yeah. Like we said, duos. Eric B and Rakim. Now, Rakim is one of the greatest rappers ever. And Eric B is the other guy. I don't know what he was good at. Hello World says Rakim was the lyricist. Yeah. But they was a duo. Undisputed. And yeah, I ain't seen nobody put Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince up in here. That was a duo. Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. Kim Williams says Eric B did solo when he did that Marvin Gaye song. Was that a hit? Because I mean, I didn't even like the way he cut records. Like, they suck. But hey, I mean, Kid and Play. I don't know who would say they was the greatest, but shit, very successful. Shit, they had Kid and Play dolls. They had a cartoon. Kid and Play was very successful. Very, very, very successful. What other? But who would y'all say is the best? We're naming folks, but who's the best? Who, in your opinion, who was the best? Who was the best? Hip hop duos. Who was the best? Let me see. What else we got? Let's see. Y'all should have been here in the beginning of the show. We had asked the question between who was the best between Nas and Jay-Z. All right, so let me ask y'all this. Do y'all separate, when y'all think about rappers, do y'all separate the song from the lyrics, or do they go the same for y'all? Because I always separate lyrics. Like, you might just, something went out. You might be a great lyricist, but you may not have the songs that are that great. Or you might have great songs, but your lyrics is like, like Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. It Takes Two. Well, they really only needed one. All they needed was that one hit, even though they had more than one hit. But all they need is It Takes Two. They play It Takes Two to this day, and the dance floor fills up anywhere you go, or anywhere that I've ever seen. Right about now, you're about to experience the sound of DJ Easy Rock and MC Rob Bass. Hit it. Ah! Oh! Ah! Can't deny it. Johnny West says, don't forget about House Party. Can't forget about it. Had one of the funniest movies of all time, House Party. Hello World says, Terminator X, Buck Wildin was Chuck D, sister tag soldier, DJs don't count. What that mean? Johnny West says, if duos count, then Redman and Method Man. Okay. Well, were they that good? Because I thought they was just okay. Especially the albums. That shit was ass. Hello World. So if the record is just scratches, that's different. Well, what for Eric B? Nas said, Ant says, Nas for me, but Jay-Z still a Hall of Famer, no doubt. Well, people like Nas because of the authenticity. You know, I think that's a big part of why people like Nas. We got a few more minutes. Let me give out one more good question. Let me give a good question, y'all. Okay. Let me put this out here. I'm gonna get a little political. Some people consider whoever sold the most records to be the best. Do you think that how many records you sold should have an impact on what your consideration for who's the best? Because if I'm an artist and the goal is to sell as many records as possible, generate as much revenue as possible. So if somebody says, all right, let me see. how can I put this? Somebody says Nas is the greatest rapper. And then 50 Cent come in like, oh yeah? Well, how come I sold so much more? People like Nas stuff. People like my stuff. But evidently they like my stuff more because I outsold him by leaps and bounds. I think the highest Nas has ever gone was double platinum. The 50 sold like damn near diamond, which is 10 million. Close. He might have sold, maybe he missed it and sold like 7 or 8. But I know for a fact that Eminem went diamond. And ironically, I think Puffy might have went diamond. Let me see. Let's get it together. But what do y'all think? So what do y'all think? Record sales, how do they impact? Kim says, no, record sales do not make the best. Okay. Lee Zen, or is that Lil Zen? Lil Zen says, not in America. It's Vanilla Ice and Eminem. And we know why that is. No, they're not the best. Eminem is not considered the best. And they haven't sold the most. They sold a lot, but they haven't sold the most. Kim Swim says, it just suggests popularity, but that doesn't make them the best. Well, it may be popular because they made a really, really good record. They might have made really, really good records. That's why I say 50 Cent, because 50 Cent lyrically, he wasn't nowhere near the best, but he had a certain flavor and it resonated with a lot of people. Hello World says potency matter. Tobacco may outsell weed, but one is more potent. I like that. I like that analogy. Chris Smith says, it's what makes your soul happy and gives you chills. That is why music is so diverse, right? I guess. No, it can be a very personal thing. Info Spot says, so somewhat, but record sales are one unit of measurement. Other factors are important. Yeah, well, when your bills are due, Hello World says the marketable bubblegum rapper is real. Party records have always sold a lot. In every genre, party records have always sold a lot. No way around it.
90 seconds.
Lisa says they sold the most. All right, I'm going to prove to you that they didn't. Johnny West says, that's like saying Kanye West is the best shoemaker ever. People can be convinced into buying anything. Them shoes ugly. I say they was ugly too, but people said they was real comfortable. They do look comfortable. Rappers who have sold 10 million records or more. Okay. So we have, okay.
60 seconds.
Hold on. Might extend this a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit. Just a touch of love. A little bit. Just a touch. All right. Okay. No. Okay. Because they giving me the overall albums that they've sold. Oh, okay. All right. Hip hop albums that have sold 10 million records or more. Okay. So, what we got? The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him. All Eyes on Me by Tupac, which is false because that was a double album. They counted both albums. They multiplied it. So he really only sold 5 million, but because it's a double album, it counted as 10. That is important to note that. All right. Eminem. Okay, 6 more. Let me see. Tupac, Life After Death. The Eminem Show. Marshall Mathers LP. Country Grammar. Speaker Box, The Love Below. I gotta check these because something tells me that this ain't really right because I don't see 50 Cent on here. I don't see P. Diddy on here, and I know they went diamond. So I'm like, oh God. All right. Let's see here. No. Eminem has sold the most records out of everybody. So you're right about that. All right. Jay-Z is the richest rapper. All right. Let me see what y'all saw. I'm out. This dude is really on this Vanilla Ice shit. The album didn't sell like that, but the record did. And I'm talking about albums. But anyway, nobody cares about Vanilla Ice. All right, Kim Swim says, damn, forgot about MC Hammer. I don't know how. Hammer was killing him. He was killing him. Nelly, he was good, but don't get me wrong, but in the top above Biggie, Snoop Dogg's, no. He sold, I think Snoop might have sold around 5. All right, Kim Swim says, do we really count Diddy as a rapper or a hip hop artist? Do we count Eazy-E? Eazy-E never wrote a rhyme. He really wasn't even a rapper, but he never wrote one rhyme, not one lyric. He never put one pen to paper and wrote a rhyme. He didn't restructure a rhyme. He didn't write no rhymes. So if Diddy ain't a rapper, Eazy-E ain't a rapper. Puffy owned a record company. Eazy-E owned a record company. So I'm just saying. But that raises an interesting question. And let me see what y'all think about this. Does it matter if you write your own rhymes? Now, I would think that this was an easy question and an easy answer, but it's subject to a lot of different opinions. Because in hip hop, that's probably the only genre of music where each artist is expected to write their own rhymes. But a lot of famous rappers did not write the lyrics of the songs that were their biggest hits. So how much does writing your own material mean to you? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, to the general public, the general listening and buying public, it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. But what about to you, the real hip hop heads? What do y'all say? Johnny West says you got to remember most of those albums came out during the Napster era. You could just steal them. Okay, Lil Zen says, then why Lil Wayne might be the GOAT? He might be the GOAT in your eyes. He can have lyricism on his hits, mixtapes and commercial hits. Well, speaking of not writing your own rhymes, Lil Wayne. People want to ignore the fact that Lil Wayne has had ghostwriters. And he just has. Lil Wayne used to be running around with the hot boys talking about some wobbly, drop it like it's hot, wobbly, drop it like it's hot. The block is hot. That's how he used to rhyme. All of a sudden, overnight, he start rhyming like he's a rapper. And miraculously, it was when Gilly the Kid came to Cash Money Records. Then Gilly exposed them. Said, yo, I wrote the Carter and the Carter 2. I wrote it. So any rhyme you hear, Wayne spit, and you see the difference between Wayne's first 2 albums and the Carter. And the Carter 2. Then Lil Wayne finds Drake. And magically, he starts sounding like Drake. But everybody wants to ignore that shit. So how much does it matter if you write your own rhymes? Kim's Wim says, but we heard Easy do something. We just saw Puff do a bunch of dancing and getting on my nerves in the Touche, man. Touche. But it is what it is. Neither one of them wrote their rhymes. I'm just saying. InfoSpot says, didn't Eazy-E write the song? Eazy-E never wrote one song in his life. He was not a rapper. And he couldn't even rhyme. You know, Ice Cube and them, they talked about how they used to have to make Eazy-E do it over and over and over again. He was not a rapper. Eazy-E was a hustler and a businessman. And now he knew what good hip hop sounded like, but he wasn't a rapper. Dre made him do it. Like, come on, E, you know what I mean? You do this and it'll pave the way for everybody else. And it worked. Nicholas Wrong, what's good? Kim says, I think writing your own is huge. I don't see how you could be a rapper and not write your own shit, but it happens. Kim's Wim says, yeah, Wayne was a hype man too, like Flav. Kim says, did anyone mention the Ghetto Boys, the Scarface? Somebody mentioned Scarface. Ghetto Boys was dope. Losing says, why does Wayne have the most features of all time? Why does anybody care? I mean, you know, I would never front like I don't have a prejudice against Lil Wayne. I really just don't give a fuck. I mean, the boy's a drug addict. He just is. He hardly even has any voice left. OD before, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I just don't, you know, it's not that I don't like any of his records, because I do, but so was DMX, but DMX was dope. That's the difference. DMX was a real rapper, wrote his own shit, could spit and put on a show. You ever see a Lil Wayne show? That shit is ass. He couldn't perform his way out of a wet paper bag. He sucks. But that DMX didn't even need a hype man. He was his own hype man. Where my dogs at? So no, we not going to compare no DMX to no Lil Wayne. That's what we not going to do. Drugs aside. All these singers use songwriters, yeah, but rappers are supposed to write their own shit. Johnny West says InfoSpot is going to bring up House of Pain next. Yeah, you gotta chill. Yeah, this is the most fun I had on the show in a long time. That's the only reason I'm extending this shit. We gotta get on up out of here. We gonna do these next. Yeah, we're about to do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here. InfoSpot says, I like Mark Wahlberg. Marky Mark and the Funky Boy. Oh my God. Yo, this is great. Tell y'all what, we might do a hip hop show every week, like once a week. Let me know if y'all would be down with that. We can take and maybe we'll do it on Fridays. Maybe every Friday we can do a hip hop topic and rock that shit out. Let me know if y'all with that, because we can get that popping. Like Friday will be Hip Hop History Day or whatever. I'll come up with we did so many topics tonight. We can do like a specific rap topic, current event, old school. Let me know. If y'all with that shit, we can do this shit every Friday night. Y'all know where to come and get y'all hip hop fix every Friday. Let me know. Kim's Wim says DMX did his shit. Rough Riders as a whole, and Eve. Yeah. DMX was a crackhead. He fucked around with that fentanyl. That's what killed him. Hello World says, can't fault these labels for using proven formulas with writers. Listen, you have star quality, you just can't write very well. It happens. You know, when Cassidy and Skills, formerly Mad Skills, when they drop they ghostwriting list, it's a lot of people gonna have the light shown on them. Kim Williams says a music show once a week, not just rap, hip hop. Okay, you know what? All right, we can do that. We can do that. That brings some good vibrations. All right, so yeah, maybe from now on we can look into that. Friday will be music day. We'll come up with a musical topic and we'll rock out like that. Let's do these birthday shout outs, y'all. Quasimodo, what the hell? Let's do these birthday shout outs. Y'all know we got the Urban Therapy with Sun show tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Let me tell y'all that in advance. So let's get it popping. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious November 29th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Katina Robinson, happy birthday to you. And also Yesenia Alcantara, happy birthday. And Taji Usher Glosson, happy birthday. Last but not least, I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious November 29th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn to rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, go for yours, and remember, yeah, we talked about a lot tonight. We still have to talk about a lot and get right. Yo, hip hop is my genre since I was a kid. I listened to a lot of other stuff, but I did my hip hop homework each and every day, and I would never miss a day because that's where I stay. And I play the same way. Gotta have my fix, gotta have that hip hop music all in my mix. Yo, you can say what you want to say, but I'ma put on my earphones and listen to me some fat beats today. And when I listen to it, I'ma say my own rhyme and listen to the rhyme that's heard. And I say that's my word, and the word it keeps going. And word life, I'ma do this thing until the end of my life. My wife understands that I need to have the phones up in my ear so I can listen to that shit and say, yeah, I get inspired. And sometimes I get fired up and be like, what the fuck is going on for real, yo? And it won't stop. Hip hop, I drop, I pick it back up and be like, yo, I say so. If you really want to be down with this movement, you got to be looking for some advancement and improvement. And as long as you keep that thing going and make sure that your originality is still showing, I think that you show, improve, and make a move each and every day. Keep the ideas flowing in your own way. You never have to be a biter, be a writer, even if you don't put the pen to pad. Don't be mad when somebody else does. They ain't coming off the head. But if you do that shit try to remember the shit that you said. I won't remember a lyric up in this rhyme because it's coming right off of my dome and I'm in my home. I say a comb is not something that I can use no more, not even for my beard. But I think it's weird when cats don't really want to take their hair off their head when they know that they using it, losing it, abusing it. I say that you gotta rock it your own way. Find your own way to shine. Don't fall behind. The line is drawn. We put it right there in the sand, but you don't have to separate from the people, my man. You take a stand on the things that you feel that important. And I think that you don't have to be extorting nobody for their thoughts or their money or their property. What is you talking? You talking sloppily. And I ain't trying to hear nothing you're saying. I'm for real out this motherfucking nine playing, son. And I ain't the one. We ain't the two. And if we separate, that means that we through. It doesn't mean that we can't come together one time and when we get the understanding. But right now, we can't be banded because we on two different pages. I'm still on different stages. And I'ma rock my shit and make another hit. Are y'all with it? Can I see y'all tomorrow at 1 Eastern time so we can do on another shine? Are you behind? Are you catching up? Are you doing what you gotta do? Are you ready for who wants to see you? Do you increase the peace? Are you would be ready to release the beast? At least I'm still trying and I'm still in the fight and I'ma keep banging out here, throwing lefts and rights. I'm on my own shit. I'm on my own love. I'm still riding above and still give a shove. I gotta give myself a push every now and then because sometimes I think that I'm really too close to the end. But it ain't over like Roba. I stay sober. I don't drink or smoke. And I make sure that I tell my jokes. I like to make people laugh and you don't know the half. But I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you know the math. And I'ma end this thing. I appreciate y'all coming through, my queens and kings. Can you hit the like button all of a sudden and make it rock? Can you grow the channel? Can you heat it up like flannel? I say the panel is full of y'all. Y'all make it what it is today. I see y'all tomorrow, eh? All right. Zach Moran, shut your mouth and put a dick in it. Don't nobody want to hear that shit you're talking to. You came here to see me. Nobody's talking you. And you ain't who I'm really talking to. I'm talking to your doppelganger. You need a hanger. You all wrinkled up, bitch. You're probably a snitch. I say rhymes for you. I don't even know you. But I know you never get a girl to blow you. You're probably dickless and sick with it. You old cornball, nut-ass nigga. You're really thinking you're bigger than who? Let me get this thing. One thing is through. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Fuck out of here. Coco T, what's good? What's good? All right. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, which is actually today, actually today. 1 p.m. actually between 1 p.m. and 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Y'all got to give me a little time to be there because I gotta go to sleep. I gotta wake up. I got shit I gotta do. But between 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be back right here. So make sure y'all come through. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. All right, I can take my uniform off now. I'm done my work. I can get ready to clock out. Let me take y'all uniform off for y'all. No diddy. It's all good. It's all good. It's all love for those of y'all who weren't here and didn't see the way that you were dressed. Let me make sure that y'all see what y'all was wearing tonight. That was y'all. I had on my cowbone beads. Y'all had on y'all cowbone beads. You know. Don't worry about it, Akil. Don't worry about it. Take a screenshot or give it what you got. Take a screenshot. You like it a lot. All right. So we out of here. See y'all 1 o'clock between 1 and 1:30 tomorrow. Thanks for coming through. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Yeah. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Peace, y'all.